Okay, hello guys, back again with another video. So today we will build Tic Tac Toe app using React.js, or we can say Tic Tac Toe web app using React.js. So what is Tic Tac Toe? Tic Tac Toe, I think all of us know what is Tic Tac Toe, and at least once in a life we have played this. So there are two players. One is cross, another one is circle or round, whatever you can say. So there are eight conditions from where we can find the user. Means if uh, the current player is X, and if somehow that X comes in this range, like horizontal three times, then the X will be winner. If X comes like this, vertical three times, then X will be winner. If it is like from top to bottom, okay, you can say like slide, right slide, left slide, okay, or slope, or slide actually, slope, right slope, left slope. Let's just play this and find out. So if I play here X, so next player will be O. So suppose O play here, next player is X, again O player here, and next player is X. So winner is X. Okay. If I want to restart game, I can restart like this. Okay. X O X O X O. So O is the winner. Okay. And there are certain conditions like if all the players, if no one is winner, then we want to give a message here as a tie. So if I say O, then we want X, then we want O here, then we want X here, then we want O here, and X here. So the result is tie. Okay. So we will build this app, and also we will add restart button at the bottom because I don't want to go here and hit the refresh every time. Okay. So let's try to build this. Okay. So this is our app. You have to just say create React app and app name, just Tic Tac Toe. So here is our setup, and in app.js we have just a hello. So first let's run this. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, so here our web app is running. Here you can see hello. If I say hello to, then you can see the result. Okay, so what we have to do, as you can see here, structure and design, we want everything at the center. Okay, then tic tac toe and current player. Okay, so let's first say here h1 as a tic tac toe. Okay, then I want status, which is h2. I will say here status, and then we want that board. Okay, so let's first run this and check. Okay, now I want this everything at the center. So for that I will say here last name as app, and we will go to m.css. I will add a class as app, and I will say align, not align item, I will say text align center. Let's see the result. Okay, so what we have to do here, we have to import that CSS file. So import and wait a minute. So what I will do, I will do something like this. Okay, so it will be easy for us. So we have tic tac toe and status. Now I want board. Okay, so how to get that board? For board, we have to, there are 9 checkbox, right? Means 9 squares. So we want data, or you can say here initial font, initial data as array of 9 elements with a null. Null, then I will say null, then I will say null, then I will say null. 1, 2, 3, 6, and again 3. Okay, so we have 9 items in our initial data. Now I want to render this square, so I will name that function as render squares. Okay, render squares. So how we will render those squares? I will say here div, and in that div I want those squares. So we can say here as those squares are basically buttons. Okay, so I will say button as one. I will render this square set. So we have to return those. Okay, you can see here 1, right? So 1, right? So we can say button or div directly. So if I say div, then you can see the different type or no type. Okay, so we want that. After that, we want nine squares. So how we will plot? Okay, before plotting 9 squares, I want first this 1 square, means first square. Okay, so I will give style here. Okay, so let's just make one component of square. So I will say here as square.js, and I will say rfce. Okay, and in that square I can say I want div. Okay, then we want style. then we want and on click, because if I click on that box or square, I want some operation, right? So I will say on click, and we can say here class name as square. So we have this, and also we need value. Okay, so what we need value, then style, then on click. Okay, so far so good. And we want to render that value. If that value is null, then if that value is null, then I want this empty, and if it is not null, then I want value. Okay, so this is our square component, and we give here square class. So what we have to do, we have to style this. So how we can style this? In our app.css, we have to say dot square. We have to specify width as 50 pixel, height as 50 pixel, margin as 1 pixel, and border is 1 pixel solid, and AAA, and display flex. Okay, so in app.js, here I will add that square component. So here you can see nothing, right? So for that, what we have to do in app.css, we have to go background as red, just for time being, or just to check if it is rendered or not. Okay, class name square in app.css. Okay, spelling mistake. Okay, so yes, it is working. You can see here square, and now what I want is I want that square at the center. So for that, what I will do here is I will basically try to get that square in center. So I will say class name and wait a minute. So I will say class name as maybe squares. Okay, and in app.css I will say, wait a minute, not squares, you can say a square container. Okay, so in app.css I have to go copy this, come here, paste that, and I have to say here add flex1 or display flex, align atom center, or maybe text align center. Okay, wait. Text align center. Or let's just keep there for time being. Okay. Okay. So now I want squares, 9 squares. So how to add those 9 squares? So basically, what I have to do here is I have to say useState and say box. Okay. Boxes means those squares. Now we are saying squares, so we can say square and set square. And set square is initial data. useState is not defined. Obviously, we have to import this from React. Okay. Let's refresh this. Okay. Now I will iterate through that square. Or set squares. So we can iterate here like this: squares.map and square comma index. And in that index, I want this to be returned. Now what? Square is not defined. Okay, so like this. Okay, so these are in line, but I want structure like this. So for that, we have to write one condition here as if I is equal to 0 and I means index. If index is equal to 0 and index is divisible by 3, then I want to return divisible by 3. Then I want to return this square okay. So this is return else return square itself. This square is with dr. Okay, so something went wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it is okay. So what we have to do here, we have to give style. So what will be style? Style is display and inline block. I will copy this and paste here. Display as inline block. So, okay. I think it's okay. Index is not equal to 0. Okay, so let's say value as square. Let's say value as square. Okay, so somehow it is not working, so I have to debug it. Okay, so squares dot map, then we have square. Okay, so square combined text align center. So we have also text align center. But there is problem in CSS. We have to check. Okay, so here we give wait a minute. I think what went wrong is this square container. If I remove this square container, okay, so sorry, because of that square container we are getting issue. So yes, simple as that. So what we have to do here in app.css, also remove this square container. We don't need that. Okay, so we have status, then the squares. So structure is ready. Okay, structure is ready. Now let's check if values are changing or not. Means if I say here O, then it should be O. Let's refresh. Yes, there's O. If I say here X, it should be X. Okay. So yes, it is working. Now let's try to change the values. Okay. So if I say X, then it should change. So what I have to do here is to change this, we need another use state to track the current player. I will say here current player. So current player. So by default current player is X. Okay, so X will play first. Okay, then I will say here conf handle check function. If I click on one of these boxes, handle check function will call. Okay. So in that I want index, current index of the box. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. Suppose the value is index. Then you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So winning scenarios are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0, 3, 6, 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 0, 4, 8, 2, 4, 6. Okay. So let's back to our squares and we will write one function here. In this function, we will update the square boxes or square. So I will say here const update squares is equal to squares, and what I will do here is I will update that squares index to the current player and set squares to those updated squares. Okay, so I have to say that. And so why I am doing this? Why I am assigning these squares to these updated squares? Because in the React, state is not mutable, means we can't change state directly like this. We can't change here like this, squares of that index is equal to this place or whatever the current player or anything. Okay, so this is not how it works in React. It will cause some issue. So what we do is we assign this state to some temporary variable and we update that temporary variable with something, and again we set that state with that temporary data. Okay, so what we have to do here, we have to pass wait a minute. Okay, so we have to pass here and on click handle what handle check with that index. Okay, so this is my index. So let's try. Okay, so nothing is handle check with that index. Passing this index I want to update this current player. Update squares. Okay. Wait a minute. Let's check if on click is at the right place or not. On click. Yes, yeah, on click. We have branches. We have on click, yes, and we are passing this index, right? So it should work. Now let's check if it is clicking or not. Console.log click. Okay, So state is not updating. So if I say again refresh here, squares, okay, this is initial data. Let's have initial. This is our array, right? And to that array, I'm updating this current state. And then we are setting this. Yes, this is the way how we update the state. But somehow it is not working as I expected. Okay, it is not working. So maybe because of the key. So we have to pass index as a key to both the vertex. Okay. Now you can see the result. No, still not. Yeah, key. Somehow this state is not updating. And I honestly don't know the reason. Because I have applied this there and it was updating. Each child in a list should have one prop. Cross origin isolation from July. But what we are doing here, we are assigning this to let's say prices console.log square. We have this array of these items, right? Yes, and what we are doing here is we are setting those squares and nothing else, right? So let's try to add index here, maybe index. So set squares is not a function then. Why you are not updating set square? Suppose this is my initial data. Let's just comment this everything, and we have this data as 2 as 1. Okay, and I will update this as O. Okay, this is my initial data 1, and I will say initial data 1 is this. Can you update or not? No. Yes, you are updating, right? You are updating. So then why you are not updating the squares? If you want, just do this. Okay, so somehow because of maybe buffer or something, because of buffer, okay, so I'm not doing anything different here. What I did is just do this and nothing else. Okay, so you can see the code is still the same. Okay, so now I want tracks there will be O, right? So I will write one function to get our next player. So I will say const get next player. So how to find the next player? It will be very simple and logical. So I will say if our current player is X, then I want our set current player to be O, and I want it to be X. Simple as that. So I will say at the end. Okay, let's try this now. X O X O X O X O X. Okay, now they are changing. Okay, I don't want like this. This is infinite loop. Okay, so I don't want like this. So what I will do here is if that update this square is empty. Empty means what? So by default value is null, right? If it is not, if it is null, then we will update. Okay, or if you want clearly, I can say here like this: if it is null, then we will update, else we are not updating. Good, good. So this is working. Now what I want is, let's find the winner, right? Let's check the who will be winner, or this is tie, or anything like that. Okay, just before that, I want my current player, right? Means who is playing or who is not playing. So I want that status. Okay, so for that I will say here as const check status. Check status is equal to leg status is, okay, let status is equal to empty. If we have winner, okay, if we have winner, then I want winner status. If we have tie, or can say like else, if I will say here tie condition, then we will have that. Okay, so for now I will say let winner is equal to undefined, let tie is equal to also undefined, the tie is it. Okay. And at the end I want next player or current player, whatever you want to say. So I will say here as a current player is current player is our current player. Okay, and at the end I will return that status. Okay, so here I will say check status. Current player is X, current player is O, current player is X, O, X, O. Good. Okay, so let's find the winner and let's find the winner. So I will write another function as check win. Okay, I want to check if that player is won or not. Okay, so for that what I have to do is we have to say check winner, and I will add winner player. Okay. So winner player require player as a argument, and we have different types of matches. So there are 8 scenarios, or you can say like matches. Okay. So as I said before, if I replace this index with this index and index, so you can see those matches as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0, 1, 3, 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 0, 4, 8, and 2, 4, 6. So these are the matches, or the winning scenario, you can say. Okay, so these are our winning scenarios. So what we will do here is we will check for index is equal to this matches length. Okay, I have one condition, just if squares or matches the index of 0. Means what? Means what? So we have matches array, right? So from that, the first array, which is this 0, 1, 4, from that 0, 1, 4, from that 0, 1, 4, I want the 0th element. So 0th element is 0. So I want item of from the square of the 0th element. Means what? Let me just show you here. Let me just explain. Okay. So this will gives us 0. Let's just take 3, 4, 5 scenario. Okay, so this will give 3, 4, 5. Okay, now when I say 4.0, this will give me 3. Let's say 1, then this will give me 4, right? And this will give me 5, right? So these are the indexes. And what I am doing here is if square of that third element, means from the square, which is this element, is x. Okay, this is x, and fourth, third, fourth, and fifth. Okay, these are all the same, then that player is winner. Okay, so this is just a scenario. Okay, so if is equal to player and 1, 2, then I will say return true, or I will say return false. Good. So in check winner, we have to check if that winner player is X, then I want return as X, else if I will say here O, and I will say here return as O, else I will say return false, means that match is die or that match is still continue. Happen. Okay. Wait a minute. So I means index. Okay, so we have this winner, right? We get the winner, and now if we get that winner, where is my status? So we can say here as check winner. If we get that winner, then cool, right? Okay, so let's try to find the winner. X, O, X, O, X. So yes, we are getting winner. Okay, so what we have to do here in status, we have to say winner is winner. Winner is X. Okay, cool. Okay, now winner is O, right? But it is not working. X, O, X, O, X. Winner is X. Okay, so check winner is not working for O. Why it's so? Now let's try to find out. So what we will do here is we will console.log the squares 0th, 1, and 2. Okay, so for now I will say X, O, X, O, X, O. Okay, so what is happening here is they are not considering the all scenarios. Okay, they are just checking the one scenario. Why? Because I am placing this return false here, so I have to place the return for outside of this function, right? And then you can see in a row. Okay, so yes, it is fine. Okay, but here is one problem. It still continues to play. It is still continue, and we don't want that. And what I want is this function call is 2 times, right? I don't want this for 2 times. So I will say here if is equal to this is equal to 2 and this is equal to this. So A is equal to B is equal to C, and C is equal to A. Okay. Then I want to return that 0th element. So we don't have to go for this, and our winner will be this just once. And we can say here as if we have winner, if we have winner, then I will say return winner. Else means else why did this? So let's try and check. X is winner. Good. So now I want to check if we get winner or not. Means are we getting winner or not? So I don't think so we need now two functions, right? Because false, it is returning already false, right? So we don't need two function. Now we can say like winner player is equal to this, or we can say simply say check winner is equal to this, and yes, check winner. If it is true, if it is winner, then just give me that winner, right? So we save this function, right? Okay. So, and I want to stop this game if I want to stop this game if we have check winner, which is true, then I will say return true or false. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so no one is winner. Let's just okay, X is winner. Okay, now I can click anywhere, right? So this is good. Okay, this is really good. Now let's start X is winner. Now let's try to make this die. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, sorry. Try, die, 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 die. X is winner. Okay, wait a minute. Die. How to make this die? Okay. Okay. Now it is tie. Okay. So yes, it should be tie, right? We want here tie as a status. So how to get this status as a tie? Okay. So for that we have easy method, which is we have to check here as squares dot every squares dot every element, and that every element should not be null. If it is true and we didn't get winner, means it is die. Okay. So yes, obviously if it is tie, then I don't want to change or play anything. Yes. Okay. So yes, I think that's it. Okay, let's try to add the restart button. Restart. Restart. Okay. So if I say on click, the handle restart. So how to do this handle restart? Let's say const handle restart as handle restart is simple function where we can have to say set squares to initial data and set current player to boom, right? So yes, this is our game. Tie, restart, boom, exit winner, boom. Yes, that's it. This is our simple to do, tic tac toe app, web app. So here you can say the conclusion or a quick summary. So what we did first, you can see here in our app dot js file what we did. This is our h1 tag, and then we place our status. Then we render our squares. If you go to render squares, then you can see here for squares we have squares is our state with initial data as 9 null atoms. Okay, and we rendered in such a way that it should be in a this board manner. Okay, not in one line manner, it should be in a board manner. Okay, for that we applied some styles. Okay, so this is our structure. So next part is handle check. In handle check we pass the index of the that square, and we just updated that with current player. So we have another state as a current player, and we updated the squares of the specific ID with that current player and set square to the updated data. So if one user played, means if X played, then we have to change to O, means our next player would be O. So for that we use get next player method. So get next player is method is just simple. If current is X, then make that O. If it is O, then make that X. Okay, this is just simple method. Then we have check status. So check status is basically checking who will be current player, or if it is tie, winner, etc. So if it is winner, then we have this status, winner is winner. If it is tie, then we have this status, and if it is current player, then we have current player from our current player state, and we are just displaying that state. Okay. So how to find the winner? So in check winner, check winner. So check winner is a function where we compare these boxes with other boxes, and it is like A is equal to B, B is equal to C, and C is equal to A. If that is true, then we are returning the A item, which is the first, means first item. Okay, and yes, if it is, then we are getting that. If it is not, if there is no winner, then we are getting false. Okay, then this check winner method we use to validate if there is winner or not. If there is winner, then user can't play next move, obviously. And yes, okay. And for tie, we have another function which is this is just a simple. It is like if every element is filled or not. Means by default we have null, so it is not null. If every element is not null or not. If it is every element is not null, then it is true. And if every element is not null and there is no winner, so winner is the first condition. So if this is true, if there is winner, then obviously there we show the winner status. But if there is no winner and all the boxes or squares are filled, then we will show tie. So this is just a simple tic-tac-toe app. And yes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And keep being awesome.